had a friend in Sweden who actually ran a group for women with chronic pain, and he would tell me these incredible stories about how brave and supportive these women were. And having a perverse sense of humor, one day I was like, what if there were a woman in this group who was just antagonistic and horrible? And I couldn't get that character out of my head. So for years, I just sort of had her in my head, and then wrote the short story, and then wrote the screenplay that it became Cake.
It's just the farthest thing from anything I've ever done. And when I read it, it was so exciting, and I knew this would be an extraordinary challenge for me, and I was so excited and so ready to just dive in and take it on. And meeting Daniel and having this wonderful collaboration, it was everything that I hoped as an actor, and being given the opportunity was just, I'm just so grateful.
I think that is, yeah, like Daniel was really nice. You like to work with directors who trust you and don't hire you as a puppet or a cardboard cutout. I've worked with some of them, and it's kind of breaks your heart a bit, because you've got something to give. So, you know, Daniel, as he said, he's very open, and the other actors, I'm sure, would agree with me. You come armed up, and being a gun for hire on a movie like this, where you've only got several days to come in and support someone, you've got to come in prepared. And you know, I really like that. I really like a director that trusts the direction you want to take the character, and I really like the fact that you come in, and if you're not ready, then you're not supporting and you're not doing your job.
Well, I think, yes, I made here in the United States a lot of movies with a lot of kind of characters, and I think, yes, the doors are open for us, for every kind of characters, because we Latin people are a reality for this amazing country. And these movies in America, in the United States, show the reality, and we are a reality too.
I just have to add to that it's, you know, because I have been staring at Jen's face for months now in the editing room, and for me it was this extraordinary experience of seeing somebody who really is one of the most beautiful women in the world without a stitch of makeup on, and somehow in this film, I think because of the beauty that comes from the inside, I've never found you more beautiful.
Well, let's get married.
Okay. Do you want to tell Justin, or shall I tell Justin?
He'll be okay with it.
Okay.
Got a question, yeah?
I'm married too.
It's all right.
When Daniel and I were first talking about Nina, we talked, there was always a sort of question of how much it was going to be an actual supernatural occurrence, and how much of it was just, or maybe she's just in Claire's mind, or is there some fun in playing between those two worlds. And we talked about who Nina was in her life, and you know, about what her story was with chronic pain and her suicide. But then, you know, Claire didn't really know her that well. So there would be times when I think we found on set that it was actually much more interesting to not play who she was in her life, and just to play Claire's vision of her, and to be the person that Claire almost feared that she was, which is someone who would really judge her. And that's why she manifests as the person, as the part of Claire's brain, rather, that comes back and says, you know, says all the things that that are sort of lurking in her subconscious, of, you know, the things that she hates about herself, and the things that she's thinking about, and says to her, you know, this now is the time to think about all that darkness, and I'm going to come back and remind you of all that darkness.